Awesome. So if you were to like look ahead, like 12 months or maybe even 3 months, like where are you trying to go with your music or with this community? Like what are you trying to do in the next 12 months?
Um, 12 months. So
And I realize you've been awake for 72 hours, so this
yeah,
kind of thinking might be a little challenging, but let's see
yeah.
how it goes. Or maybe you're
So
just dreaming right now, so you can think of all the future stuff pretty easily.
I mean, I'm always thinking about this type of stuff. I mean, it's really necessary as an artist. Manifestation. Like you think about it, and then it just kind of falls together. Um, 10% battery. Sheesh. So 12 months from now, I'm gonna have a hit song on Spotify with 1 million streams, and I'm gonna be working on my album phase two. So unpredictable 1 through 4, because there's 4 albums, 4 unpredictables, 4 projects. With the fourth one just being recently released on May 15th. We're
Oh,
just
I
the
listened to
beginning.
these actually. I totally forgot. But oh, those albums are dope actually. I remember Unpredictable and you had multiple.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Um, yeah. And these were indicative of the maturity and the growth that Young Zay has shown over the course of 2 years. And I want people to look back at these projects and be like, this was Young Zay, like this was his prime. And going into phase two, I want to make sure that I'm creating the best, not just the best, the highest quality music that I possibly can for my listeners. So that means no more recording at home. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, I want to go to a studio. I want to get my songs like engineered professionally, mixed and mastered, and I want to really expand on the Dracula idea. So um, this is the short-term plan. So I'm dropping a single called Dracula Flow on July 1st, and the whole concept behind Dracula is he's the more like evil part of Young Zay. He is the byproduct of people always telling Young Zay what to do and what not to do. Dracula really just does not give a shit. So he makes what he wants to make, and a lot of that shit is like very aggressive, hard hitting trap music. And Young Zay was known for his versatility. He could go from a song like Zelda, which is about a video game, which is like high energy and like fast, to like a song like Memory Eraser, which is like lo-fi. And, you know, Dracula is very focused on one distinct sound. So he's very unlike Young Zay in the sense that Young Zay was unpredictable. Dracula has a very distinct sound, and he wants to keep that throughout the course of his career.
Mm.
So phase two is going to be specifically Dracula, and Dracula sound. Now there still will be elements of Young Zay and Isaiah, but the sound will be very distinct. I want people to be able to listen to phase two and be like, okay, that's Dracula. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like when you, the issue with Young Zay is he's so versatile that you can't even listen to a song and be like, is that Young Zay? Unless you hear the tag. So for phase two, I want to just narrow down my sound to one distinct style that people can recognize. So when, a song does blow up, people are going to be like, oh, that's that Dracula shit. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a brand around the persona Dracula. So, you know what I'm saying? Dracula is a schemer. He is the mastermind behind basically all of the marketing, and he is the driving force behind some of the reckless actions and the reckless things that Young Zay has done. And
Damn.
um, Dracula and Young Zay, they both have some things in common, but the main thing that they have in common is they don't like Isaiah because Isaiah is too sweet,
Mm.
and Dracula is not going for none of that. Dracula is not going for none of that. Dracula said that this is his year, and he doesn't give a fuck about what nobody else has to say. He's gonna stay in his lane, focus on his thing, and he knows he's gonna see success because he stayed up and he's calculated this shit night after night after night, and he has a plan for this. So,
Amazing.
long term goal though, a hit song with 1 million streams by next year. Swear to God.
Cool. And it's a song by Dracula.
By Dracula under the name Young Zay. So my rap name is not
Oh,
gonna change. I'm not gonna change my name, but I will. What I will do is once I get the distinct sound, people are gonna know that there is a difference between Young Zay and Dracula. So when you listen to Young Zay, you're like, is that Young Zay? And when you listen to Dracula, you're gonna be like, no, it's Dracula. So
I
it's
love it.
it's
I
it's
love it.
it's hard it's hard to explain, but the
No,
easiest
I
way I
got it.
can put it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like Young Zay is unpredictable. Dracula is not so unpredictable.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah.
So basically, Young Zay, that's the name that you've been using. You're going to continue using that name, but you've dropped four or the plan like you've dropped three albums called Unpredictable, and you have a fourth one coming out. Is that true?
So no, so I've actually dropped all four. So the fourth one actually came out on May 15th. Um,
Oh,
so it's been out for a few weeks now. It's doing pretty well. Um, there's a song on there that's like doing really well. It's got like 10,000 streams on Spotify. It's called "Give It Up." I'm shooting a music video for that song in 2 days. Um, and shout out Eli, shout out 420 Nizzle, shout out Stick and Move. We about to make a banger. We about to make a hit. Man, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? The YouTube channel that we're about to post it on, they got a platform of like 7,000 subscribers, and they've done acts with like some famous DC artists. So, you know, we're hoping we can gain exposure, you know?
awesome.